Welcome back to the Real
Welcome
Talk
back,
podcast.
y'all.
We're just practicing our enunciations so that we don't mess up our lines this time. Not that we have lines, just we don't want to stumble over words or like bring words together. You know?
Yes.
Yeah. Also, look, socks. Christian was just talking to me about. He's never seen me wear these socks. Comment below if I've worn these socks in a previous episode because it's really hard. I have so many socks that it's hard for me to keep track of which socks I have and haven't worn. You know.
You got a lot of socks, huh?
I have a lot of socks, but I usually wear the same like 10 over and over again because I also have like 5 Christmas themed ones that I only wear during the winter. That's why I love winter because I can wear my appropriately themed socks.
Yes.
But yeah. Welcome back to the Real Talk podcast, everybody.
I was wondering, are you going to say your intro? Because if you're not, then I'll just go right into the topic.
I was just wondering how do I segue into it, but yeah, welcome back to the Real Talk podcast, everybody. If this is your first time viewing, this is what we are.
This is who we are.
Talking about, you want to talk about movies?
You want to talk about movies? Hell yeah, let's bring that back.
If
You want to talk about movies?
If you guys enjoy this episode, feel free to leave us a like and maybe subscribe. Comment below what you think of us, because if you're new, we want to get to know you. I don't know where I was going with that.
I know, it sounded like, can you rate us? Like,
Josh is an 8, now is a 14.
Oh.
Yeah, and if you want, check out our Instagram and our TikTok. That's where I usually put our funnier moments, as well as Twitter to see some updates, and Patreon if you're ever feeling a little generous.
Hell yeah.
Today.
Today's the day.
We talk about John Wick.
John Wick.
And the history of gun fu. I'm not going to go into gun fu, but...
Yeah, because then we'd be bringing up Equilibrium, because that's also gun fu.
What the hell was the point of all the unique New Yorks if you're going to keep doing this crap, dude?
So John Wick.
Christian, what do you think of John Wick?
It reminds you of that other guy, John.
Don't you dare, guys!
Every time.
No.
I swear to God, if you make us
Nevis's voice.
No.
Saying that.
No.
I'm not bringing it up, Josh.
You better not be the one that gets this episode canceled.
Mike is going back down.
It's not that. It's the basketball related stuff. Remember?
What?
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Are we allowed to
more
say
the
this on
other
the
thing,
episode?
no.
But more the other thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, are we allowed to say this basketball incident?
Are we allowed to or no? We know his name. Okay. Yeah.
What?
It's John Wiggins.
Oh.
Yeah. It sounds like John Wick. That's why.
Lame.
Yeah. That's why I looked at Christian.
Oh, you guys
dirty boy.
Okay, whatever.
So John Wick.
John Wick is fantastic, dude.
It's
I remember
fantastic.
I didn't watch it. It came out in 2014, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so I never ended up watching it because it just wasn't on my radar.
Yeah.
I wasn't watching a ton of films back then. And then when I did get into films in 2017, I was more into old school stuff because I was like, I got into films because one day I dropped out of summer school. I had nothing to do at home.
Mm-hmm.
I was so used to waking up at 8 a.m. that I woke up. My mom's at work, dad's at work, my brothers are at a summer camp.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what do I do? And I saw that The Godfather's on Netflix, and so that's how I got into films.
Yeah.
So when I first started watching movies, I was watching a lot of old school stuff. The Godfather, Citizen Kane, Scarface, the classics.
Mm-hmm.
And then later that summer, my older brother had come from Vancouver. And one day we're just chilling at home. Don't really have anything to do. And he's like, yo, you want to watch a movie? And I'm like, sure, I'm about it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, yeah, let's watch John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, scene, let's do it. Put on John Wick. And it changed my life.
Yeah.
I was so immersed in that film. I was obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Not as much as like at that point I was also obsessed with The Godfather.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get enough of it. And then I saw the second and then the third came out, and they're all great films.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could say it's a trope that might be getting a little tired at this point, but I'm just eating it up. John, what's his name? Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves is great. I'm John Wick. Everyone's been saying that I'm back, and I'm thinking, I'm back. I messed up that line so bad, but I put
I'm thinking,
yeah,
I think I'm back.
I think I'm back. He did make a nice comeback in the action genre.
Yeah, I
with that
remember.
role.
I remember even seeing the trailers for it back when I was 13, back in 2014.
Yeah.
I never felt an urge to go watch it because I was 13. I was watching Transformers. That was the most action packed I was watching.
Yeah.
And I started watching that, and then the third one came out, which was great as well.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Christian? Was the third one The one with the where he like chucked an axe at some guy,
John Wick 3.
and he like built a revolver in a scene, or was that the
Para-
I
second?
think that was 2.
That was the second.
John Wick Parallelogram.
The second one,
third
the
one?
third one's
I don't remember
probably-
that in 3.
The third one's probably the one I've seen the least.
The second one has Common. Does it have Common or he has? There's an actor in it that's like is it? He's one of the assassins. It's that scene where they're like, pew, pew.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
where is he from?
The actor.
What? Yeah.
I thought his
what's his name?
name is Common.
But what was he in? Like,
Oh, I don't know actually. He's been in other films. I just don't know the names of those films.
would you say that John Wick is the reason for this Keanu Reeves revival?
Yes, but there's a little history behind it, and I need to tell you.
I am in for a history lesson.
So,
that is.
John Wick came out in 2014. The director of it was Chad Kazeliev. I can't pronounce his name for the life of me. But
Didn't even know what his
people
name
people are like, okay, who's this Chad guy? Because I haven't seen his directing work. He's not normally known as director. He is a stunt choreographer. And guess what he worked on as a stunt choreographer?
Because you're so excited, I'm gonna say Batman versus Superman.
No, The Matrix.
Oh.
He's friends with Keanu Reeves. They're like buddies.
Oh, nice. I mean, who
They-
wouldn't want to be friends
Yeah,
with Keanu?
he choreographed the Matrix trilogy, and then like I think in the early 2010s, he's like, "Hey, Keanu, I'm working out this story of you being like an assassin and stuff like that, but like not your typical action film, and I already know the stunt choreography. Do you want to work on this?" And Keanu's like, "Yeah, we're like best buds. Hell yeah, man!" And then that's what it. And he's directed 1, 2, and 3.
Yep, and he's directing 4.
Yeah, he
There's
is.
a 4th one coming out.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly what the. Do you know what the release date is gonna be now?
probably this year, right?
This year? You
This
think?
year or
think it's in
next
May.
year?
This May?
I think.
Really?
I think it's in May.
Well, they're also doing a prequel show.
What?
Yes, and Mel Gibson is going to be in it, but it's a prequel, so I'm assuming Keanu Reeves is not. What was that?
The lights, the haunted house.
Is it back on?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm blind.
It's fine.
I don't know. But yeah,
Um,
they're making a prequel show. They're making a 4th film. Like, they're going all out with this, and I don't blame them. I mean, it's a simple story. You might as well
Yeah, and I mean,
expand it.
I think I just loved what really hooked me, other than like the fact that he's a badass in these films, was just the simplistic nature of just something everybody can sympathize with, empathize with, and get pissed about. The murder of a puppy.
Yeah,
You see
can't
that happen. Everybody, even if you don't like dogs, you're like, you killed a dog.
kill the
I
dog,
want
yeah.
you to die.
Yeah.
So like, you see John Wick going, and you're like, hell yeah, kill them all.
Yeah.
I think that was probably one of the best, like, inciting incidents I've seen in a modern film
Yeah.
in a long time that wasn't based on any previous material.
But that's the cool thing about it is that like
it was meant to be released in 2022 May.
Yeah.
But it's pushed back a year.
Thanks COVID. Thanks COVID.
yeah.
Well, you know what? We're gonna wait, and we're gonna watch it. Did I tell you that I have not seen the third one yet? John Wick 3 Parallelogram.
Yeah, he was literally telling us right before we filmed. He's like, Josh, I hate to break this to you, but I haven't seen the third John Wick.
I've seen the first 2, and they're both great. I would say they're equally great.
Mm-hmm.
They have their strengths and weaknesses, but for the most part, I'm hooked because the first one has its own thing. The second one has its own thing as well.
Yeah.
It's not like the second one copies too much of the first one. The second one's like, no. We're going to make this like a sequel. We're going to up the action. We're going to go all out with it and stuff. And I thought that makes sense because you have a higher budget.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well go all out.
Yeah.
So that's why I love the film. And there's a lot of great actors in those films. Wasn't Willem Dafoe in the first one?
Yes, sir.
John Leguizamo as well.
Yep.
Ian McShane.
Who's Ian McShane?
Blackbeard from Pirates of the Caribbean. He's like an older actor, but
I
he's
hate to
so
break this to you,
awesome.
Nevis, but I've never seen Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well,
I haven't seen any of them.
I mean, this isn't a Pirates episode. This is a John Wick episode, and I feel so bad for not watching the third one in this franchise, but it's okay.
But like, who?
Ian McShane is like the guy who's like, John Wick. He's a badass or whatever.
Oh,
You
he's
think
the
you can
dad
stop-
from the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. He's cool. He's badass.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He's like
A scene where he just fucking just rolls himself a joint just because
Right?
he's like, John's coming for you.
I love it.
The Baba Yaga's coming.
Yeah.
It's just like, Sorry, the Boogeyman. Yeah,
The Boogeyman. Hell yeah.
singing the Boogeyman song while he's getting all of his tools and shit. Yo, that's like gives me chills. I just realized I've like slid. I sat
I
up
know.
and slid
You're
down.
like, ooh, you're like a slug.
Christian, am
Um,
I still in frame? Okay, because I've viewers. I don't like to sit still. And Christian's like, Josh, the main cam's gonna be on you in this episode, so you gotta sit still.
You're gonna have to like become a statue, essentially.
You guys are just gonna have to like drug me every episode.
Oh no, let's not.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Real
Real
Talk
Talk
Podcast. I'm here with Nevis.
Excuse me.
We watched a movie this week.
But no. Speaking of, wow, I'm really bad at transitions. Did you notice that?
But
I was
no.
like, speaking of another topic for today, doop de doop. That's smooth.
Let's just have a segue go across the screen, and then Christian will just be like, "No,
Whoosh, and then Chris is like,
no, Josh, you can go fornicate yourself."
oh my gosh. Keanu Reeves has been in films since the 1980s.
Yeah,
He's been in
80s?
action films.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill and Ted,
Point Break was the '80s.
Point Break. I think so. I am an FBI agent. Whoa, Speed.
Speed. Oh, I love Speed,
Speed.
so much.
Oh my god.
Speed is one of my favorite movies. One of my
It's-
favorite dumb action movies.
But that's what I mean. Is like Keanu Reeves has been in so many action
Wait,
films.
that's the one where they're on the bus?
Yeah, they're on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bus and they can't stop.
I've been
No,
told
it's-
to watch this, but I have never watched it.
It's great.
You never seen Speed?
It's great.
Apparently, it's a.
It's so
It's
so
so
good.
good. It's like amazing. It's so
Oh,
Is
silly.
it so good it's bad, or is
No,
it
no, no.
so
it's,
good?
it's a silly. Well, there's parts that are silly.
There are
let's be
parts that are
honest.
silly, but I think it's actually a decent
It's-
movie. It's the
Oh,
acting
yeah.
that's kind of a.
I love Dennis Hopper. You can't.
Is
Dennis,
he the old guy that contrived
the
this whole
villain.
thing? Yeah. I love that scene of like the guy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Cameron.
Oh yeah, he's in
Yeah,
it.
he's in it, and he's like on the phone, and he's under the bus, and he's like looking for the bomb. Keanu's under the bus looking for the bomb, and he's like, he's like, Cameron's like yelling out the instructions from the cell phone, and then repeating what Keanu's saying. So he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I see this," and then his buddy at the stage, he's like, "Okay, he sees this." Buddy at the stage is like, "Okay, check if there is a timer." He's like, "Okay, check if there's a timer." Keanu goes, he's like, "Fuck me," and his buddy's like, "Oh damn, oh darn."
If you want to know,
It's
this-
highly rated. I just looked.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
up.
But Speed came out in 1993, so you're
Yep.
gonna expect 90s. Yeah, you're gonna expect 90s stuff like that,
Yep.
where it's very schlocky in,
Yeah.
in all respect. But that's what I
That
mean.
was actually the first Keanu Reeves movie I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was fucking on cloud nine when they jumped the bus over the bridge. I was like, holy shit! My dad's watching. We were watching it on cable.
Yeah.
You know they made a sequel.
Yeah, but Keanu wasn't in it.
No, but Sandra Bullock was.
Speed
2,
Cruise Control. Willem Dafoe's the villain. Willem Dafoe. He's in that too.
I didn't watch it. The only thing
It's a speedboat. Or not? It's not even speed. It's a cruise. How fast can a cruise ship go?
Control.
the only
Yeah.
information I have on
So
Speed
dumb.
2 is that one episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine where Jake goes on the cruise. It turns out Judge Judy gave him the tickets, and he's like, "You got a free cruise without signing up for a contest. What did you think? That somebody saw that I bought Speed 2 and knew that I like cruises." And they're like,
Oh,
"Yes,
yeah,
great
yeah.
movie, great movie."
That was in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, John Wick kind of encapsulates Keanu Reeves' action movie career as a whole, I would say, because he's at that age right now where it's like he's done so much. He's done like the sci-fi of The Matrix. He's
Yeah.
done like the cheesy action of like Speed. He's done like the detective work from like Point Break. He's done so many, and
Have you guys mentioned that he's Canadian?
he is Canadian.
he's Canadian, eh?
He's Canadian, eh?
Christian, do a little bit of a hockey accent, bud.
All right for ya, bud.
Yeah.
Yo, Keanu Reeves is a
Gonna have a few
Canadian, eh?
brewskis.
Have some brewskis.
I'm not even gonna try to do it because people I know who can do it better.
Josh, you,
Oh,
you
yeah.
could probably do it better than me and Nevis combined.
Yeah, probably.
What are you
'Cause
talking
you
about?
go to
I'm-
school there, bud.
Oh my god.
Judge is like, what are you talking about?
Christian
Hey,
says-
bud.
I don't know what to talk about. Cause
You know, Christian actually speaks like that on a consistent basis. Every time I
Yeah.
talk to Christian on the phone, Josh, how you doing, bud?
how you doing, bud?
Hey, bud, are you working on this?
Working on this?
Fucking Christian texts me.
Yeah,
Hey, bud,
buddy."
you get that? You got that TikTok
I
ready,
do it
bud?
on. I definitely do it on purpose, Josh.
Oh, do it
Just
on
for
purpose.
you.
Yeah,
just for you.
sure.
I talk to no one else.
Nevis,
like
let me
that.
see your phone conversations with Christian right
Oh,
now.
No, it's like, how you doing?
How you doing,
I
bud?
don't know. He kind of just talks like that.
He either talks like that or he talks like he's about to order a hit.
Hell yeah, man. Christian's like, yeah, listen, I think we need to take down Josh tonight.
Yeah, he's like, listen, he
Just
made a
some-
promise, he
made a
didn't follow
promise,
through.
He didn't follow through.
You make a promise, you follow through, you keep your word.
Keep your word.
You know who said that?
What?
Dominic Toretto.
I'm so glad.
Josh's dad.
I'm so glad. Oh yeah, Josh's dad. A
So
throwback.
old.
Yeah, but anyways, no, but John Wick. John Wick.
What are we talking about? What did we do before this episode?
I was gonna make a joke about.
We had a
like,
cup of coffee before we.
John Wick, Fast and Furious. How about that?
Imagine if John. Imagine if. Oh shit, yo.
Dominic
What's stronger, family or John Wick? Yo.
John Wick.
This is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Immovable objects. There's moments like that, but that's the thing too. Is like, I saw The Matrix 4,
Yep.
and it was
In
bad.
case you haven't seen our quick take, will our quick take be out by now?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It would have been out like a couple
It's
weeks ago.
coming
right?
out. Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Couple of
Okay.
weeks
It
ago.
would be out.
I'm really good with math.
Mm.
Same with Christian.
Well, that's not really
2
math. It's just
weeks.
I don't really keep.
2 weeks old.
I don't
weeks
really
old.
keep track of what. The podcast is easy to keep track of what gets uploaded. It's the quick takes that are like because it's such a staggered schedule.
Yeah,
That's
we
like,
have our.
Has this come out yet? You know.
We have our coworkers in the back. You know, Christian's the head honcho, and then like we have a bunch of people like on their computers. Like, okay, we got to get this done.
This is the second time I've bonked my mic with my water bottle.
What is your favorite part about? Oh, like, what's your favorite moment in John Wick?
My favorite moment in John Wick in
Yeah.
any of the movies?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Christian, what's yours? Because you look excited to say
When
this.
he's like, "Yeah, I'm back."
Yeah.
What's yours?
What's mine? Oh my gosh. There's a.
Or when he takes down everyone in the house.
Yeah.
There's
the third
yeah.
one.
And the third one.
Oh, the third
Okay.
one,
I thought you
okay.
were talking about the first one.
I got
No, no, the third one.
The sequel. Oh my god. I think I remember the ending to that, where it's just like everyone's going like a hit on him.
Mhm.
Like all the assassins just have the notifications like kill John Wick, and they're like, and it's just like whoa, what the heck? It's like this whole crime syndicate. It's like all the assassins in the
I'd
world.
say the best part of the first movie is just when he goes ham on every single villain in that
Yeah.
every single henchman, and then the kid that actually killed his dog, he just walks up and just blasts him in the head and then walks away.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's some boss shit.
But the beautiful part about that is that yes, it's sad that his dog died, but it also was a metaphor for a deeper part of his life that he.
Are we actually about to analyze the movie now? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Because John, well, it's a lot more clever than other action films. That's why
Oh,
it's
yeah.
cool. So like when his dog died, got killed, it was kind of like representing not only that but also his past life and how like that was the only thing he had. I think that his wife before she passed
Yep.
away gave him the dog.
Well, she got the dog.
She
like,
got the dog
for him
for him
after her funeral.
after her funeral.
It's
That's what I
weird how
mean. It's like it's him trying to let go of the past. Like I don't want to be that person anymore. But then his dog gets killed. Like I have to now.
Yeah.
It's this terrible bitterness, but at the same time,
It's kind of like in The Godfather 3. Just when I thought I was out,
they
pull me back in.
John Wick.
I remember talking to Sicoli about The Godfather, like the summer after I watched them. I was like, "Sir, I watched the Godfather movies."
What did he say?
He was like, "Oh yeah, the first two were great. The third one was terrible."
Third one was terrible.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with John Wick, though, is like the quality has been consistent. for the
Yeah,
most
that's
part.
actually really
I-
impressive to me.
Yeah.
Because right before we started filming, we were actually just talking about the original Planet of the Apes movies.
Yeah. That franchise has its ups and downs.
Ups and downs. It had one up and then was down. We're talking about like the original.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have my thoughts on it, but I will say that the quality definitely lowers depending on installments.
Mhm.
But with John Wick, you go into 3 installments and they're all equally amazing.
Yeah.
That's not easy to do.
No, it's not.
Especially like, and I think the reason why they're all consistent is because it's the same crew, it's the same cast, and the only difference is they up the ante for each installment and the budgets got higher.
Yeah.
That's it. But not crazy high. Like the third one had a $75 million budget and it grossed like over 300 million, which is really good
Of course.
profit wise. But that's what I mean. It's not like Avengers money.
Mhm.
And it doesn't need to be. Because it's John Wick. It's just
Yeah.
one person. You're not getting like an Avengers group of people.
This is an
killing-
Avengers level threat.
Right? John Wick's not going to be fighting the Hulk. Like, we're not having a CGI monster in it. It's not the Matrix. It's simple, but also awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Do we know what the gist of the fourth one's gonna be? Christian?
Well, you guys saw the third one, and you guys know the ending to the third one. So, what are your predictions?
Well, I don't remember what the ending is.
Yeah, at this point, I don't even remember what the ending was.
I guess we're all gonna have to rewatch John Wick 3
I should have watched it,
Palabala.
but
Whatever
I will definitely watch it.
Just call it
before.
John Wick Chapter 3. Don't call it John Wick Parasite. What is it? What is the third?
Parabellum?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Parabellum?
What
yeah,
does
something
Parabellum
like
mean?
that.
I don't know. I don't speak Latin.
It's Latin?
I don't know.
What is it? John Wick's Latin, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess I'm
What was the second one called? John Wick Chapter 2.
It's just Chapter 2. That's it.
Oh.
John Wick Chapter 2, and then just call it John Wick Chapter 3. Don't call it John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. And then John Wick Chapter 4 Retribution, and then John Wick Chapter 5
Resurrections.
Oh God, we're bringing back Resurrection because John Wick.
But
Yo,
like,
dude.
I feel like John Wick is like the reason like Keanu Reeves has become so beloved by this entire fan base. Like
He's just
like
awesome.
he's really come back in like the last 10 years. Would you guys agree? Or Christian's giving me a look.
Those are definitely his best movies.
Well, you haven't seen Speed yet, so
You haven't
talk to
seen
me when you've
But
seen
like now, compared to like The Matrix, I would say the John Wick.
Well, it's a new generation too.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing. Because let me tell you, like the people that grew up with Bill and Ted,
Speed. Mm-hmm.
the people that grew up with The Matrix, and the people that grew up with John Wick, 3 completely different generations that know Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
That to me, that's insane. That's like everyone has their own fan base where it's like, oh yeah, Bill and Ted. It's like,
But what generation do you think is the best?
we grew up with the John Wick movies. So of course we're gonna have a softer spot with
For those, yeah.
Yeah, compared to the Matrix, where if we were like in our late 20s, early 30s, we'd probably be more like, oh yeah, Matrix.
Well, I even feel like
Neo.
if you're a teenager or young or like and you're at 10 years old, like when the first Matrix came out, we weren't born.
Yeah.
When did the third Matrix come out?
Well, it was 2 and 3. They both came out in 2003. So we were
Yeah, so
still
we were
little
3
kids.
years.
Yeah.
3 years old.
We didn't
Yeah.
grow up with them, really.
I did not. I didn't see the first Matrix until like I was
Yeah.
12.
I never saw the first Matrix. The first Matrix I saw was the sequel, Matrix Reloaded. And to me, it's my favorite. I guess because I have a soft spot for it. It's like, I don't know.
I didn't watch the Matrix, and I remember seeing that scene with the bug that goes into his navel.
Oh,
Freaking me
yeah.
out when I was a kid. I was at my grandma's house. My
Uh.
my older brother was watching. And my mom's like, "Turn this off," and I was just like, I had nightmares. Like I was like freaking like, what the hell movie was that?
Yeah.
And then like a few years later, me and my older brother are watching TV, and he's like, "Oh, the Matrix is on," so we're just watching that. And I was like, "Oh, so that's the movie."
Yeah. But
That's the movie that traumatized me 3 years ago.
speaking of Matrix, I'm glad that they brought in Lawrence Fishburne for Chapter 2. Get a little cameo in there, I think. He had
Speaking
a
of
small.
the Matrix,
Yeah, because he's Morpheus in the Matrix.
but you're saying they brought him into John Wick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a small role in
I'm
it.
pretty sure you said they brought him into the Matrix too. I was like, yeah, they
Oh,
did.
sorry. If I
No shit,
described-
Sherlock.
If I described that poorly, but you know what I mean, where it's like, oh, cool.
Maybe I
this-
misheard.
They're bringing back people from the Matrix.
all of Keanu Reeves' buddies are just showing up. Every single person from that convention that was like that one guy that was like, "You're breathtaking."
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're breathtaking.
You're breathtaking.
This episode is breathtaking.
This episode's breathtaking.
I would title it that, but then we'd get no clicks because
No,
people
no,
would be
no,
like,
no.
"What the hell?" What- You know?
Yeah, Christian's like,
It's just like Josh, don't get any ideas.
don't make the title like
A meme.
like a 20 paragraph essay. Oh yeah, there's so many cool things about it too. And you know what I like too about John Wick is, like I said before, the choreography is great. It's very important to get like good action
Very, very.
because recently saw like The Expendables, and that action is like,
The original, like
first
first one.
I'm
Yeah,
like, oh my god.
it's like it's definitely the only '80s movie that got made in the 2010s.
Yeah, but like
Like one-liners and just gore everywhere. But
only-
the gore was terrible.
it was terrible because it wasn't real. It was just all digital.
It was all digital, and then it had a lot of those '80s tropes, like, oh, we're shooting at, but obviously the main characters don't get hit by any of our bullets.
Right?
You know.
It's like,
It-
hey, Dolph Lundgren. Oh, I mean, character name. How you doing? Hey, look, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I actually watched a video. I watched every now and then because I just love this video of I think it was a Navy SEAL.
Yeah?
Breaking down and like talking about like what John in the first John Wick at least what he did
Yeah.
right and wrong and like how good it was. And he was like, yeah, if I was to give this guy a grade, I'd give him a solid B plus, not an A because he wasn't actually doing any of it.
Yeah,
But like just the train that Keanu Reeves went through for this film was like was incredible. It really paid off.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like,
Especially in his age, like he was like 50 when the first one came out.
yeah, and then like even like the small things that people wouldn't really notice, but when you, it's funny because I'm no expert in CQC, right?
Mm.
I'm not a police officer. I haven't been in the army, so I'm no expert on close quarter combat.
Mm-hmm.
But when you see it done properly, you can tell that there's something. What? That's Nevis breathing.
It sounded like a whistle. I'm like, what?
Are you taking any requests? But like when you see,
I'm sorry. Continue.
like you can't tell that there's something different, but you know that this is better. Like when I see John Wick's what action compared to like I don't know some other like Captain America: The Winter Soldier. When I
Yeah.
see that action, there looks I can't tell what it is, but it's definitely because he's holding the gun properly. His arm is fully locked out. What? Oh,
Am I still breathing?
just stop breathing. just stop breathing. No more
I
life.
think it's when you exhale.
Yeah, I think you need to blow your nose after
This is actually the first time I've heard it.
Oh, my younger brother Matt, his nose is like. It pissed off our baby brother so much that he was like, "Are you taking requests?"
Do you go Melendo?
No. Oh, yeah. But
What were we talking about?
just I feel like
Oh yeah, action.
just the perfection and like it's so detailed. Every little thing is being paid attention to, and I feel like that's what elevates it. And you don't notice it until like somebody tells you, "Yeah, it's because he's holding the gun straight." It's because he's actually like tracking with the gun and holding it close to his body, and not like walk around like that like they do in the other movies. You know?
Well, also because like the director is aware of that.
Exactly.
He's been working on like choreography and
And
action
that's-
for like over 30 years now, I think.
And I would definitely attribute it to that.
He is
you
a
know?
Chad. He's literally a Chad. Dude, John Wick is directed by a Chad. Like, you can't get more awesome than that. It's the Sigma Male movie. I'm
Oh
just
my
kidding.
God. You know, Sigma Male's been. I feel like Sigma Male is a dead meme at this point. In all honesty,
No, yeah, it is.
I haven't heard anything about that in a
It's
long
like, yeah, I
time.
watch Wolf of Wall Street. It's like, okay, thanks, man.
Okay, cool.
Cool, cool. Oh, you watched American Psycho? Oh, wow. That's really interesting.
I feel like
What, you
all
want
the
to
memes
cook or
I'm seeing
something?
right now on my Instagram are like guys at like fitness transformations where it's like she left me, but I'm big.
You can still find someone and still be big.
Yeah, just look at me, right?
Right, yeah.
Right?
Josh,
After I-
act more confident.
I drink dirt.
There we go.
Dirt water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not doing that. If you guys enjoyed this episode,
Did you enjoy my breathing?
no.
All right, I'll stop breathing
Go blow your
next
nose.
episode.
But if you guys enjoyed this episode, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, maybe even subscribe. Check out our Instagram and TikTok to see some of our shorter clips, just like
Yeah.
snippets from our other episodes in case
Mhm.
you don't have the time to watch an entire thing.
Yeah.
Check out our Patreon if you want to support the channel.
Mhm.
And yeah, comment below like
Yeah.
which generation of Keanu Reeves did you grow up with, or
Yeah.
speaks most to you? Bill and Ted,
Bill and Ted generation,
Matrix, or John Wick.
or the John Wick. And if you enjoy the John Wick, which is your favorite in the trilogy? Because yeah, there's
What is your favorite? Before we end off.
well, I think the second one's the best, but I gotta watch the third one too. Third? What about you?
First.
Damn. Okay, we got a 1, 2, 3.
So 1, 2, 3, and we will talk to you guys next time.
Peace out, y'all.